Hey guys, this is Andrew. Here is my 2000 Ford F250. Just wanted to do a quick walk around. So it's a year 2000 truck. I did put new headlights on it. You can see they're not that milky, nasty yellow. The grill's a little faded. Would be a little darker if it was brand new. And then you see some fading on these guys. I've actually got some new wiper blades in the mail. I'm going to install to make that go away. Like the ad said, this is a super clean truck, and when I went and bought it about a year ago, I was really impressed with it. I mean, I went and looked at all the body seams, you know, and just tried to make sure that it had never been damaged. You know, I did everything in the book. Turned it over a whole bunch of times. Cold start. It was in February, so it was nice and cold. It fired right up, no smoke at all. It's just a really good truck. It's super clean. Point out a couple of things right here. There's a little scuff right there in the paint, and then you can see this right here happened when a guy pulled out of the parking lot next to me and cut the steering wheel too tight, and he actually ripped off the rear quarter panel on the Tesla Model S. That was not his. I felt pretty bad for him. This had like an RV plug when I got it, so I think the original owner of this truck used it to tow an in-bed camper. You can see by these attachments here, I think that would have attached to like a camper setup that would have gone in the bed, and then because of the attachment where the now the 710 trailer connection was a proprietary Ford RV attachment. So I think the original owner carried an in-bed camper. From the Carfax, you can tell the same owner had it from new until 2015, and it was maintained by the dealership where he bought it. So it had all the maintenance done. At 52,000 miles, it had a clutch put in it and a pressure plate and a slave cylinder. That whole assembly was done with an OE setup. Don't really know if it was necessary or not. Maybe it had started to slip. Maybe the original owner rode the clutch a little bit. It is a manual transmission truck. Right before I bought it, the previous owner put these tires that are on it now on there and had it aligned. So the alignment is perfect. Tire wear is very good. Personally, if I were to keep it, I would go to probably a 17-inch wheel. These are 16s. 17s would gear up the rear end slightly, so you get less RPM at highway speeds, and also give you more tire options. 16s, you just don't have a ton of tire options. So if you wanted to run a different style tire, just kind of limited. On the rear, you can see it has airbags. The ride quality for this thing is really good compared to your typical heavy duty trucks. You know, without a load in the bed, they kind of bump, they're kind of aggressive. But just look at the body on it. It's a little dirty, got a little pollen on it. It's a very simple truck. Now, the significance of the 7.3, as many of you probably know, is that they are extremely simple and rugged, and they use that motor in a variety of applications. This is the later iteration of the 7.3. And they went from a simpler version to this version, which is the common rail fuel injector setup. So we'll look at the inside of the truck here. I've got the WeatherTech floor mats. I installed those. I've got a adapter for the tape player. See the manual transmission. It's got 5 really usable forward gears and a granny. It's technically called a 6-speed. You only use low when you're hauling heavy stuff. The real selling point is that this thing has 72,000 miles on it. Absolutely crazy. You know, these 7.3s are, you know, I don't have to tell you how reliable they are. People get 200 to 800,000 miles out of them easily. It's got the extended cab set up. Got my straps and stuff back here. There's enough room back here to, you know, carry somebody, especially on a short trip. Great place to put stuff, you know, when you need more storage space. I did fix these rear doors. They wouldn't open for a while, and I found that the latching mechanism, the cable that undoes this latch, had fallen, so I pulled off the door skin and repaired that. I did get the windows tinted. They were not tinted, and it was pretty brutal. There's a rubber mat in the bed. It's not a spray-in bed liner. It's a rubber mat bed liner. There is a gooseneck, a hole for a gooseneck hitch right at, there above the axle. Yeah, We can crank it up real quick. Really, really tight shifter bushings. No slop at all. I mean, just really tight, as you would expect. Cranks right up. Nice smooth idle. No smoke whatsoever. Awesome. I've been running a little bit of fuel additive just to keep everything in order. I do keep a maintenance log in the truck with me. Every time I do something, I make an entry. I just find this to be the simplest way to keep up with everything. So I entered in the information I had from the previous owners, which starts at 51,000 miles, and you can see, let's see, 58,000 miles. It had the brake master cylinder, clutch slave cylinder, pressure plate, throwout bearing, and flywheel done. 4 new tires, alignment, 2 new batteries, and then I've done all of this. Oil and filter change, diesel south, and then I did this one myself right here. Rotella 1540. Let's listen to it. There's a reason people love these 7.3s. They have no emissions equipment on them whatsoever. I did install the Napa air filter. This really helps the power, like, you know, the power band to be a little more usable, lower in the rev range. You can really feel the difference from the stock air filter. Obviously clean, no leaks. 2 brand new batteries. I mean, only maybe 10,000 miles on them, not even right at a year. Everything looks great under here. See underneath the front. It looks fresh. Here's your VIN plate. There we go. I don't think we tested the latch on the. That works just fine. There is no rust under here. Oh, it's a heavy mat. Paint's a little worn, but there's no rust at all anywhere. Obviously it's been in Alabama its whole life. All the lights work as one would expect. Yeah, very simple. Sound system actually works really good. You can see the dash has no cracks in it at all. Something I need to do in the interior is there's some coffee stains right here from the world's worst cup holders. These cup holders are not good. So I'll plan on cleaning that up. Again, the WeatherTech mats, got some storage in the pockets. Super, super simple on the interior. You just got one interior light. Got your center bench seat that can fold up. That's it, folks. There's no tuner. Never has been tuned. That's hard to find with the 7.3. You got your brake controller already set up. Great truck.